Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Dance of Reality 2013. This is going to be another Don White recommendation. Knowing Jodorowsky's other two movies, El Topo and The Holy Mountain, I was expecting a lot from this. I've been waiting a long time, thinking I've been waiting like 7 years for this. Yeah, 7 years. And this flick met my expectations and then some. The ending sent a chill up my spine. It's like a mix between Amarcord and Salo. Yeah, it's kind of like Amarcord meets Salo. All right, so I never knew about this guy Ibanez, but apparently Jodorowsky thinks he's a fascist because there's some Pinochet-style torture going on, albeit from the CIA spooks of the United States, not directly from Ibanez himself. But I knew absolutely nothing about Ibanez, the Chilean dictator during the early 50s. All right. I know the Chilean government liked to do the military junta style form of government off and on. A lot of South American countries do that, I guess. Brazil, Chile, Argentina. But I learned that in high school civics class, which I absolutely hated. And I think I took it my senior year in high school. And anyways, this movie is just even more extreme than Salo or even Nymphomaniac. In Salo, the apple juice, or whatever that pea stream is, goes from the dress to the guy's face. You can't really see her genitals or anything. It's just a pea stream, probably apple juice or something. And in Nymphomaniac, you just see the gal's steam coming off her pee when she's peeing outside. That's about it. And another stream, pee stream kind of thing. But in this one, the gal lifts up her dress. She's got no panties on, and you can see her sexual organ there, all hairy beaver and whatnot. And then she just starts gushing the pee on her husband's chest. And rather than being a pee fetish guy, he just says, "Gah!" That was oh man, this movie had me cracking up so many times. I love Jodorowsky's dark humor. Okay, so it's a semi-biographical account of his childhood in a small Chilean seaside town close to the Andes Mountains. I don't remember the name of the town, but anyways, it's like Amarcord. It's like a lot of hyperbole about what went on when he was a kid. Probably because he's a director and he's got a vivid imagination. Whatever. It's like a part dream, part reality. I guess that's why it's called the dance of reality. And it's like a fog memory of his childhood, like, you know, 50 years ago. And he's got his family, he's got his son Brontis playing the lead role of his father. Brontis was the naked kid in El Topo. So I'm thinking Brontis is like 10 years older than I am. He must be in his 50s. And Jodorowsky must be like in his 70s or something. I don't know. Anyways, getting back to the movie. It's got the crazy colors in it, all the weird stuff with the iguana and the right from the beginning. It starts out in a carny where his dad used to work, I guess, as a rope climber and a boxer. And the clown is throwing coins on the ground. It makes this xylophone type sound. It's really weird and cool. And then you got the fire breather, the Gene Simmons, out there at the carny. And the kid is scared. He wants to run away. He's tired of being called the derogatory F word for homosexual. I guess I can't say it on my channel, or I'll get censored by YouTube once my channel becomes eligible for advertisements again. So, anyways, getting back to the movie. So, his dad is a big time Stalin worshiper, communist crud. Keeps saying God doesn't exist, but he worships Stalin like he's God, which his big-chested wife points out very well towards the end. And he's a dictator type father too. He's telling him to be manly, his son to be manly, cut his hair, make it all messy, and then dress up like Stalin. And don't laugh if you're being tickled by a feather. And learn to accept pain and don't cry when you're in pain, that sort of thing. So he slugs him in the face real hard. His tooth gets broken. He sends him to the dentist and tells him that he can't get any anesthesia. They're just going to drill his tooth without any anesthesia. And so he does it. He almost passes out afterwards. And then he begs his father to give him the shoes from the dummy in the window, the nice red shoes. So he goes, gets them, starts dancing around like, oh, I got these cool shoes. Then the shoe shine boy gets jealous, so he hands his shoes over to the boy, and the boy starts dancing off to the beach. He ends up the rubber sole made him slip on the rock, and he drowned to death. So his father gets upset. He says, go get your shoes back. So he waits in the park, and he sees the dead drowned boy in a wheelbarrow. And they put up a little shrine next to the beach for the boy. And they're like jerking off with these wooden male sex organ things, these kids. And there's a bishop there. They're like hiding behind the wall. And I guess the wooden things are supposed to be their real dinglings, because I guess they can't show it. In the movie, it would be too extreme, even for this movie. But they make fun of the kid because he's circumcised. Everybody else has foreskin. So his mother gets naked a couple times, full frontal, and you also get to see her backside with the blubber breasts in the back, the saggy folds in her lower back. You get to see that she's hot. I like her Rubenesque figure a lot, and I guess she's supposed to be Jewish, but she doesn't. She looks more like a Chilean mix to me. Wow, she really knocked me out. There's rather extended nude scenes with her, and good thing too. Also, the father gets naked a bunch of times during the torture scenes. I didn't even know there was a CIA torture during Ibanez. I didn't know anything about Ibanez, but the father wants to go off and kill Ibanez because I guess he's not communist enough. I don't know. And he probably just wants to overthrow the government and establish a communist dictatorship similar to Stalin, I guess. And so he brings a gun. There's this anarchist dude who follows him around. Another one of Jodorowsky's sons, I think. Was he got like 3 sons in this movie? I don't know. I misspoke in my last video when I said the grandson played him. It was actually a different actor. The grandson might have been a different character, like the anarchist dude. I'm not sure, but I know there are 2 sons and 1 grandson in this movie, and then his wife, who looks Asian, did the costume design, which is incredible. This movie. So his dad forces him to join this volunteer fire department or something, and he ends up becoming the mascot after the dog dies. He doesn't like being compared to a dog. So there's a big parade going on, a funeral for a fireman who was burned to death trying to rescue some slum area that was on fire. And so they have a big funeral for him, and the kid faints during the parade. The father is demoralized by this. He ends up letting the kid rest for a couple days, and he burns the red star suit that the kid was wearing as the mascot. And then he goes off to kill Ibanez. He knows Ibanez loves his horse more than anything. And so he goes with the anarchist dude after the anarchist dude pulls a gun on him, and they work things out. They go together. He says he's going to help him kill Abanias, but then he goes to some dog show with all these dogs dressed in these dresses and stuff, and it's in front of some church or something, and the anarchist tries. Abanias comes out on the red carpet thing, and the anarchist tries to shoot him, but there are no bullets in his gun, so it keeps going click, 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 and then all of a sudden the communist crud father guy, he puts his head in front of the gun. Once again, it goes click, and then they struggle for the gun, and it goes off, and it shoots the head of Jesus or something. And so Jodorowsky's dad is seen as a hero by Abanias. He says he wants to manage the horse stable. So he takes over after the former horse stable owner dies. He digs a grave and buries him. And another weird scene right there. I think he puts like mud on his upper lip, like a mustache or something. He throws dirt on him while he's still alive. It's hard to tell the difference between dream and reality in this movie, like I said. And then he gets the horse to eat some kind of poisonous flower, yellow flower, and the horse dies. Abanias is devastated that his prize horse dies, so he then all of a sudden Jodorowsky's dad gets paralyzed, like his hands are like this. He can't move his hands. His hands are constantly like this. And he was getting ready to shoot Abanias, and all of a sudden he got paralyzed, like he couldn't do anything. And so Abanias burns down the ranch, gives him a bunch of money, it all flies away. And then he becomes like a homeless dude. Oh, I forgot to mention the flu influenza. Jodorowsky's dad was trying to help the people who are infected by the flu, I guess. All these people dressed up in black coming down from the Andes Mountain. They get quarantined in this like pig pen area, and they're told don't stop asking for water, or I'm gonna shoot you on the spot, kind of thing. So Jodorowsky's dad comes over there with water, and they start ripping his donkeys apart, and then he gets the flu, and that's when his wife pees on him to cure him of the flu. Pretty crazy, man. This movie's nuts. So Jodorowsky's dad at this point is destitute, homeless guy. He's like passed out at some hunchback lady's little slum shack. She tells him while he was unconscious, he was the only person who ever accepted her for how she was. So she reads a letter of her indignation after he regains consciousness, and then she hangs herself. They call him the slum people call him murderer. He starts wandering in the streets as a homeless person. Then he gets a job sanding chairs for some church donation, and he goes to the big gathering. The guy dies, and then he's back out on the street. There are these Nazi people doing the Sieg Heil salute, and he can't do it because he can't extend his fingers. So they want to beat him up because he can't do the Nazi salute. Eventually he ends up getting tortured like Guantanamo, and pretty sick kind of Salo torture scenes. They even do the electric shock to his testicles, which is kind of like Salo, I guess, putting a candle up to your genital area. But yeah, I guess Jodorowsky tried to make it as extreme as he could. He probably wanted to make it even more extreme, but you can't get away with that stuff on film, I guess. So it is what it is. It's still a great flick. I love it so much, especially the busty mother figure. Oh man, she's something else. She's a sight for sore eyes, let me put it to you that way. And she sings in operetta voice. I mean, she talks in operetta voice, excuse me. So her dialogue is all in opera voice, and you even hear the opera music in the background. Great flick, highly recommended. I posted the trailer in the description box. I don't think you can watch it on YouTube, but I got it on. I got the disc from the DVD from Netflix. This was way better than I expected. If you have to watch Jodorowsky movies, I recommend El Topo, Holy Mountain, and this one, The Dance of Reality. Somebody on Netflix reviewed it on Netflix, and they were saying that it was new age crap. I saw some of that, and I saw more of that in the Holy Mountain, so I don't understand the criticism. If you like Holy Mountain and you don't like this one because it's new age, then why did you like Holy Mountain if it was new age? It doesn't make sense. So that criticism kind of fell flat for me. I just love the colors and the weirdness of it, as usual. So highly recommended. Check it out. That's the end of my review. Laters.